Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in. I'm RaKlavin GNS, and this is Hydroneer. And last stream, I finished off with this mostly working. I ended up having to change the piping around a little bit. So now everything is set up to one network. The issue I ran into last time was the fact that this being on a different system could have worked, but it turns out that unfiltered, the machines lose their durability way too quick. As you can see, we've got a nice steady stream now. Ores and gems coming in, all being sorted. And huzzah! This works quite well. And I've been a little bit busy. Yeah, I might have cleared out a little bit of space and taken the time to get into the next layer. Now, I took some lessons learned from this one. For instance, I had this one go right down to the water layer, and I ended up running into placement issues because of the bridge between. Still fine and good, but I was like, I didn't want to deal with that this time. So what I did this time instead was I actually went one block up from it. But now today, I want to get into tier 2. So I've made an entire working tier 1 system out of tier 1 materials. Now I want to make a tier 2 system using nothing but tier 2 materials. And as I was uncovering this, mind you, this is only the first layer of tier 3. So I haven't uncovered I haven't gone all the way down to tier 3. That's for later. There'll be another body of water underneath all of this. But if you can look out in the distance, you can see there is a beautiful coarse stone ore vein. And this is something I definitely want. Not only will I be producing it, but I'm going to tap off of this as well. So I'm going to actually have another line that's got how many ever I can work and fit in here. My guess would be 4, but if I can fit 5, I will. So I'll be tapping off of that because that will produce about double the content of core stone than what the regular drilling will. So that's where I'm at. I do have to go get some materials right to start off with. Like, I want to be able to get down, or well, at least back up easily. So I'm gonna come over here and just have ladders going straight down from here. So I've decided that I'm not going to make this one a dual level setup. So I'm going to do all the harvesting and processing all in the same level. And I'm going to increase the amount of drills. So what I was thinking was I would do about 4 rows. We'll see how it works out. So I'll either do 4 rows with 5 on either side of drills, total of 40, or I'll do 2 rows with 10 on either side. I might be more inclined to do the 2 rows with 10 on either side, just because I have a lot more distance to work with that way. So, and there is something I actually want to test because I'm not sure. But one thing I want to find out is Oh, so it helps if I go with one that actually has water underneath of it. There we go. So I have this water down here. Of course, if I put one of the intake valves on there, it'll drip water. But what I wanted to know is, can you put something under an intake valve in the water and actually still have it pull up water? So that is something I will be finding out. And we still have over a couple million coins to get everything going with. I have a couple things that I don't have to buy necessarily right away, but I'm still going to need to buy more. Never enough, I suppose. And this system, this has been running like a champ. I produced in the first 10 hours of running the system because I let it run through a full amount of spanner wrenches, so auto repairing, and it runs about 10 hours like that. And I made in that 10 hours what had taken me in that the little system I had over there had taken me probably like 40, maybe 50 hours. So yeah, the system does quite well, which means that the next one is just going to be massive. Now, whether or not I'll run both systems at the same time, that's up in the air. I'll figure that part out later. So without further ado, let's get back to the daytime. All right. So, what I want to do, let's go grab some things. Hold on. Let me grab this one cart though. I am going to buy more repair bags because I don't want this to run out if I don't have to. So what I figured out with having it the light on here, is when it drops to a certain percentage, my guess is either, I haven't actually looked to find out what, but my guess is probably 5% left for durability on these. This light will actually change to white, and then it'll go black. It'll blacken out. So here we go. So this means in a short period, so it's white now, so it's a very low percentage. So it'll at some point just turn off. So shoot a new spanner wrench. Okay, so maybe it's 1%. Because that was pretty quick. So that's how that works. I kind of like that. I mean, it's more of an aesthetic thing and not necessary. But like I said, everything works. Everything goes where it's supposed to. I am going to take the same concept as far as the design of my processing, because I do like having the return loop. So I never have to worry about my first system I had, instead of a return loop, I had the bucket. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to do the return loop. And I'm not going to use these on my next one. These are fine and all, but if you've got a steady stream of materials coming in, when you produce the bar, it goes slow enough that some of the chunks, ore will actually fall through. So you have to clean it up every time you use it if it's running. Not a real fan of that. So I think instead I'm going to use the boring ones, because those move quick enough that it doesn't lose anything. I'll still set up a separate line that'll allow me to feed into a saw, the logic saw. So And of course, I say I'm going to grab this card over here, and I don't. And take care of that. And the platform below, you see it's all stone flooring. I used the small stone flooring. I didn't use the four tile ones. I used the single tile ones and filled it all in. So that took a little bit of time. It took a few trips down, of course, with the hydro roller in order to clear out all these levels. And I even made a YouTube short about it showing how you can do that. It's fairly simple. All right, so we've got that one. I think I am going to buy a couple more. I'll leave these ones be for now. So this is probably going to be a lag fest coming back. I might actually have to come back in a couple trips. Not necessarily getting to bring all the groceries in at once. And wow, my turning is completely off. He was walking sideways. I helped him out, apparently. He didn't start walking the other way. Let's do this. This one's just going to be exclusively bags. Let's see here. Go 15 of them. That'll actually last me for a while. Go ahead and take care of these now, and then I don't have to worry about them.
I got the goods if you got the cash.
Well, I got the cash if you got the goods. So it's like a win-win. So let's get some cards. We'll get 3 cards to start off with. Everybody's just mooching about. I don't think anybody actually does any work in this town. I'm just mooching. Oh, it's not going to let me do that. The turning is so slow. Unless you're moving forward, then it's not too bad.
Take a look at my goods.
I plan to. Thank you. Go ahead and put that there. Grab another one. I don't remember hearing them whistle before. Sure they have, but I don't remember it. All right. Set up an assembly line. And I hope you're having a great day. I Hope it's been amazing. My day went quite well, thank you. Did need a nap at one point, but you know, there's nothing wrong with naps. It's funny to think as children would fight naps tooth and nail, and as adults were like, yeah, give me that. Give me that nap. I'll take it.
Come have a gander.
Hey, old blood.
Go.
Looking for something?
Okay. So, we're gonna grab a few things here. Actually, I'm gonna buy one more cart, I think. Grab some of these. I need 5 of these. And some corks. Alright, what else functionally do I need? I'll use this one to have a couple more of these. I don't think I'll need them, but won't hurt to have them. So I already have 3. And I want to use this one for the intakes, since I only need a couple of those. In theory, I could use one, but I'm pretty sure I'll want... Wondering if I should go with 2. Yeah, I'll go with 2, because I'm going to use the first one will be for all the main work, and then that core stone line, I'll actually have another one. It can be on its own. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. That'll work. All right. Doesn't have to look pretty, just has to work. All right. We got that. And now let's get a whole bunch of straight pipes.
I'd like you to make me something.
A little too quick on the draw there. I just know I'm going to need a lot. I don't really know how many. So I'm going to make a couple trips. Sure, because this cart right here is going to start lagging the game. So that added with the other stuff I already have sitting on the truck, yeah. Probably better make a couple trips. That should be plenty to get started. Oh, that's not near as lag as I thought it would be. Apparently I need to load more. I mean, if I'm not lagging in the game, am I really playing the game? There we go, that's better. Tiny bit of lag in there. Alright. Let's go ahead and deliver these. Come back, I'll get another cart. And then I'll get the elbows and I'll get the T sections. Ooh, that frame rate. Have to start turning 5 seconds before the turn just to be sure you can make the turn. Like right there, I was turning and it was going straight. We'll call it the black ice effect. That ice you just can't see. And I do need, though... Alright, turn for me here. Turn. Thank you. Do need some more stairs. As it stands, I only have the 2. Best part is I can put this right here. Yep. Excellent. So let's deliver some of the goods. I can tell which I can tell which ones has the pipes. Oh, these were actually supposed to go up top with me. My bad. All right. Accessory stuff. Do some more purchases. How many does it look like I need? Let's say 4. I'll grab this while I'm at it. Let's see. Let's grab this while I'm thinking about it. Done and done. I'll actually just put these in here. I've been looking forward to get, since it came out, being able to get the core stone. Because I never set up level 2 before. Used level 2 pipes, but I never
I got the goods if you got the cash.
actually went and made a level 2 system. The last playthrough I did, I was concentrating more on getting the area cleared out that I was playing. So because of that, I didn't even get to building the system. I was in the, oh, what, I forget what they call that one.
Looking for some
But the one inside the mountain, the big forge. I was in that one. So I was going through the trouble of actually clearing it all out. And I never got to building a system. Because I never built a system, I never built a tier 2 system. But that's okay. I'm correcting that this time. Like so. And now, concentrate on T-pipes. Don't give me that. Come on. Now I'm going to need a lot of T-pipes and curved pipes because of the way that the tier 2 work for piping. The tier 2 drills are not pipe friendly versus the tier 1 and tier 3. And I definitely have enough cloudium and iron in order to make all the drills, the harvester, and accessories. Hello, hi, and howdy. Welcome on in, AC. Ah! Good to see you. I hope you're doing better. Victory screech. Ah! So I got my tier 1 system all up and running. In fact, it's running as I'm doing this. So now it's time to hit the next upgrade. So I just need pieces parts. Now, what I am going to need, though, I am actually going to need to build a harvester um and a drill, because I'll be able to base the entire system. Well, I'll do 2 drills, so I'll be able to base the rest of the system off of just that, and then make the other things I need and grab all the belts that I need. Bend pipes, elbows, figures. Try this again. Now this is how it's nice when you can do it. You just load them up. Victory cannon. Grab this one that fell on the floor too, why not? There we go. And we'll grab all these. So nice when money isn't objects, you just make it however you want to. So we'll get these all in place, and then I'll run down to the forge and make up a drill and a harvester. Make up 2 drills and a harvester. Mad driving skills right there, yeah. I don't understand why it's not. I'm turning the wheel. You can clearly see I'm turning the wheels, but it doesn't want to turn. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these down. So hopefully 4 is the right amount. Oh, helps if I go back up to the truck though. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of in way of stair options. I would have liked to have kept this whole thing like all like stone as a theme, but yeah, not so much. I did go around and look around, and I couldn't remember there being any other type of stairs, and there really weren't. Oh, good. Perfect. 4 was the right number. There we go. Now let's go to the forge. I need to grab my Claudium bar and my iron bar. So I'll be able to show you. So since this is like a fairly steady stream, when I do this, You see here, some of them ended up. Oh, make sure this is 0. I actually want that. You see, some of the nuggets are raw ore make it through while it's open, producing the bar. So I like this system, but I won't be using this system on the next build because of that right there. All right, so we have the iron bar. And now the clouding bar won't do the same for the most part because there won't be a lot coming through as it's being processed. But again, I do want the bar. Now, do I have one of these with very little in it? A lot more than I thought were. Would you wear chainmail armor or go get mail from the mailbox? Can't I do both?
Huh?
Can I wear chainmail armor while going to get mail from the mailbox? It's going to be easier to transport both bars this way. Okay, then I do both. I keep trying to take the long way. I'm right next to the area I want to go to. Okay, I need to move this thing out of the way. I need to park it elsewhere. Right up on this hill is fine. Yes, wear the mail to get the mail. I will be a male wearing the mail to get the mail. Again, oh my gosh. I just need to go right here. This bridge. All right, first, let's move this out of the way. And we'll back the truck up to receive the goods. Ooh, I almost, almost missed. All right. So I need the Claudium. What are you doing? Why are you still bouncing? Fine. I need one drill. That should take. Oh. There we go. So just one drill. Or harvester. And really, that should be all I need. These harvesters, the harvesters are actually really good. But like I said, all in all, I'm going to need 40 of these things. And they have weird inputs. That's going to be a lot of trips. Since you can't carry one thing in each hand, it'd be kind of nice. Well, actually, I'm going to need more. But I'll work on the main system first before I work on the secondary system. Do it that way. And 2 drills. There we go. I have no reason to take those with me, so they can stay because I'm going to need them. I'll bring them back when I'm done. Turning with these things. All right. So I should have drills and harvester. I do. And grab this. Add it to the back. All right. I can just kind of, I didn't want to go down here too. I was just going to toss them down. See how well that worked. Durability test. Apparently these things are quite durable. I don't need them right this second. Because of their hooks, they don't stand up on their own, though. All right. So, pardon me. What I want to figure out now is about ideal place. Well, ideal about placement. So if I have, say, here, I can keep these close together. Drill, drill. Like so. Yeah, actually, that'll be good. Two of my longest lines. Okay. Now, I want to find out. We'll take this one. But I'm going to actually move this line one over. Maybe one back. Now, if I put this into the water, apparently it'll be this one then, which is fine. If I put this on top, will it act as being in the water? Boo. That's no fun. This physically has to be in the water. Okay. Well, since that's the case, I think I want to make it like so. And we will bend it up. And the first pipe will have a shut-off valve. Yes. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about that. And I will have to go down there in order to get the boosters on there, but not until then. So we're going to move these just a little more forward. Run up and sleep real quick. I think I'm going to bring my bed down here too. Otherwise, it's going to stay dark quite a bit. It's odd seeing you turn something off. I think how far up I want to go, because I need to put in the filtration system. So I'm wondering if maybe I don't want to go like this instead. come out this way, turn, come back, and I can have the filtration system. Actually, I can offset the filtration system. I have enough room to do it. So now I could not use so many pipes if I just move the intake. So I'm gonna do this. Have the filtration system. This is going to be just a gap I can walk through. Drill, pipe, drill. So I want to make sure the filtration system is easily accessible. Yeah, I can just like that. So, and then right before I make this turn, to be along here. Yep, that'll work. I'll have a booster. Also, if I grab the right type of pipe, though. Um, and as far as some of this goes, I'm not actually looking for efficiency, because this booster right here will take up for the fact that I'm losing percentage along the way. All right. Now, we're going to go here. Grab all of these. And then it so happens that I have an entire setup right here. That's fine, I suppose. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And good night, Madam Grimm. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Madam Grimm, in with the subscription for 5 months. Thank you so much. I absolutely appreciate it. Sleep well when you get there. I really hope it goes well. And I will get to talk to you later. And I hope work goes a lot easier tomorrow than it did today. So I want... Yep, like that. Sleep is for the weak. Well... Hold the phone. Oh, no. Okay. Ah, okay. Wait. Something's not adding up. Oh, that was close. I slept most of the time in a chair. Yeah, I can understand those days. There we go. And then if I actually I have enough room, I can bring the drills up a little bit. I don't have to make it right there. So if I bring this up one, instead of here, I have it here. Just want to get a feel for... Oh. Nope. If I do that, I am unfortunately... So let me move this. I need to make sure I can get to these holes. Means I don't want it the line in front. Is there enough room the way I have it to come over the back? Let's find out. Oh, no, I would still want it facing me. Like that. Yes, but I don't think for all of them. That's one. Two, three, four, five. Oh, very good. So yes, that'll work. Put this on. And what was that last piece there? It is. Excellent. Which means I can shorten this. I'm gonna grab this bed. Bring it down below with me. I can just sleep down here. So let's move these. There we go. And I can still get here easily. As long as I maintain this 2 gap. So this will be where we start the churros. And need the other churro. So I'll come up, I'll bend it here. I'll come up one and I'll throw in a tea pipe. I don't need to take from here. I've got extras on the floor. And now we can use our first tea pipe. I actually want 2 tea pipes because these feed in at the top. So this would be feeding the conveyors. This would be feeding the drills. I think I'll have it go up one. That way it goes over the top of them. I didn't want that pipe anyway. There we go. Great. I'm gonna need 10 on either side. So that means, though, I'm gonna need 20 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 19, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ooh, you know what? I may end up having to make this a 2-layer for the processing. That's going to end up going out a lot farther than I was anticipating. Because by doing it this way, I can actually still start them even with each other. So that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then number 10 will be right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make the make it go up into a second layer, like I did with that one. Which is okay because both sides have enough room to support that. All right, that works. So I can go ahead and at least mimic that over here. Now, by doing it this way, the tier 2 has this, the water, the second level of water has the smallest area versus the other ones. At least it seems that way. I'm not going to go through and actually try to measure it to find out. With just a little more. All right. Come on, gimme. Thank you. So that'll give me my 2 conveyor lines for actually taking the processing. Now I want to create what will happen here. Yeah, so let's bring this back. 1. I'll definitely want to work on lighting. So let's see, I should need like that. Oh no, I need a elbow. I put these way over there. These can come over here. All right. I need to stop pressing the wrong button. No, actually, I think no, because it'll be it'll be straight and then T-pipe, straight and then T-pipe. That ain't easy. Sleep well when you get there. I have my water and coffee right here. So I am doing just that. Yep. Because now I'll use the bends to pipe into these. Like so. Ooh, you know what though? Instead of making them come down, I can make them go out. And this keeps the... By doing it that way, it'll keep the conveyor line clear, and I can run along it if I need to. Yep, that's how we'll do it. And then, no, I won't be able to run along the conveyor, I don't think. No. But I can put... No, I won't be able to put lights there, but if I decide to do lighting, I can have it kind of over each one, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure something out. I like that, but I think I want to put the conveyors in before I keep doing this. Because, or no, actually it won't be a problem because there'll be a gap in between each one of these. So that won't be hard at all to actually get the conveyors in. So there we go. That's the setup I need. So I need this to be like so. A straight piece. Now I just need to mimic this. Kind of get these somewhat in the middle so my trips don't have to be as long. Won't worry about the elbows yet. Straight. There we go. Keep that going. Oh, hold on. I did this wrong. Totally did this wrong. I think my first idea was correct. Take this, put it 2 over. Oh. Okay. So. What then? I take a T pipe. See, this is the fun part of not having used these ones before. But I take it like so. Use a bending pipe. A straight pipe. Nope, don't need a straight pipe. Actually need another bending pipe. Oh, how so I put it in the right spot though? Hmm. Now, if I once I put this, okay, and then all right, I need to move this out of the way. There we go. Move this down again, 2 more. Oh, so I have it go the right direction. I need the right pipe. Wait. It's gonna be, honestly, this is gonna be a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. And then right orientation, wrong spot. So if I move this again, like so. There, there, there. Now for here. Oh, pipe. Bends. Okay, okay, I think this is actually gonna work. Turns out I'm gonna need a lot more T-pipes than I was expecting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move these. Okay. Yeah, this is... So I do want a T-pipe on each one, turns out.
Huh?
Oops. If I'd staggered them, the pipes would probably be different, but there's the pattern. So straight down, whatever, straight down, whatever. And it's because I'm keeping them lined up instead of staggering them. So I have one here, one here, one here, one here. That would actually change that. But I'm good with this. Okay. No, I have the pattern. No, I needed to grab a These. Yeah, if... Okay, I figured out what it is. So if I had them staggered, I could basically go swap. But what it is just 2 one way, 2 the other way, 2 one way, 2 the other way. That works. So we'll put the second one in here. Except that's not going to end the same way. Oh, because I started at 1 out. I didn't start it on the actual line. So it, yep, no, that's right. It will end the same way, but it's actually going to come 1 out versus where this goes. I get it. I do enjoy figuring these things out. I'm not going to lie about that. And one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Nice. And now I'll be able to have them all lined up. And I'll be able to do the same thing on the other side. I'll just literally mimic this. So I'll flip it. So these ones will be on the inside too. So I'll make it nice and symmetrical. So this will actually look pretty nice with all these drills in here. All right. Well, this is the one that comes out like so. See, what's funny is the sense of room you get. It's like, oh man, I've got all this room to work with. And then you start putting things in and it's like, oh man, I have no room to work with. I legitimately thought I'd be able to get all these in here. And maybe if I had split them to 4 lines, maybe I could have. And had enough room to actually do a whole processing. But I think what I'm going to do instead, especially since I'm going to have stuff still coming in from over here, I'm probably going to end up bringing the line up and then back, and then use this same area above it for processing. Do it like that. When I have this thing up and running with 40 drills at tier 2, which means everything's gonna be bigger, oh man, this is gonna be going good. Alright, got that taken care of. Now let's get the... I think... Yep. So the last one, I can actually put them all in. In the right spot though, however. This is where being able to build in the air is actually kind of nice. And just a couple more. There we go. That's one side all done and dusted. All I need to do is add in the drills. Do the same for the other side, and then repeat that whole pattern, inverted, over on this side. Oh, except... Aha. I actually need... I can place the conveyors out one more. So what I'll end up doing though, I think, is I'll have them come out. And since I'm leaving the center spot clear, I'll have them come meet in the middle, and then I'll have them go straight up into the next layer. I think that'll look nice. And then it gives me the whole area to work with. Then here I can just have it just kind of brought straight over and in. What I might do, and I could, because where this sits, I'm gonna have to do a fairly long pipe to get to it. So what I might actually do is have the drill set up going to their own harvester, and this way I can just use that same piping that I have to use to feed it to come back and be the conveyor piping too. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. Though of course I'll worry about that later, as I need to actually get apparently have a lot more pipe work to lay down. So there you have it. Started tier 2. Got a plan in place. Definitely looking forward to getting this built up. I'll work more on the more on this offline, off camera, and you know, especially getting the infrastructure in. And the boring making 38 more drills, plus how many I've already decided for over there. But I want to thank you all for being here. That's all I've got time for tonight. But I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you again soon. So I hope wherever you are, you have a good morning, good day, good evening, whatever the case may be for you. I really hope it's a good one. And I will see you again next time with even more progress than what I've got now. So until then, take care and bye-bye.